What do you remember about the Washington Capitals from opening night?
They're a good team. I mean, we've seen them a lot, obviously, the past few years. They have a lot of high-end talent. They a lot of guys with experience, and I think we've played them pretty tightly the past few times. Obviously, first game seems like a real long time ago, but they're obviously a good team, and going to be a good test for us.
Coach always just talks about wanting to get the 2 points, doesn't really seem to care much about who the opponent is, but does the divisional race mean more to you guys, especially when you see that there's those 4 teams that are tight at the top right now?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think he's not wrong in saying that every game's worth the same 2 points, but when you're playing divisional opponents, it almost seems like you're taking away points from them also when you play, and it makes it that much more important. So, you don't really want to worry about the opponent, but at the same time, divisional games, that's the teams you're competing with for playoff spots, so they definitely take on a little stronger meaning.
The goal everyone's talking about is getting to the playoffs, but is winning the division a goal, or do you guys not really care where you stand as long as you get in?
I mean, I think, for me speaking personally, I just want to get in, and you always hear that that's the most important thing once you're in. It's a lot of good teams in this league, and anything can really happen. And you see teams beat teams that finished higher than them in the regular season. So, but yeah, I think obviously you want to be able to play playoff games on home ice and have that advantage, but at the same time, getting there is the most important thing.
It's not like you get a bye or anything.
Yeah, so just getting there, but you want to win games anyway, and help yourself out as best you can.
50 games in and coming up against the team that you played on opening night, it seems like a good place to ask you, like, how's your team progressed? From night one till now, and how's it progressed? How you feel about it, and where do you feel like you're headed?
I think it's been a lot of growth for our team. I think we've taken a lot of steps. It's like any team, you have your ups and downs throughout the season, and but we've battled. We've found ways to win. We've got goals when we needed to, huge saves when we needed to, and at the end of the day, everyone's looking at the record, not always looking at if you beat a team 9-0 or 2-1. So I think at the end of the day, we're happy with how we've progressed from day one, and put ourselves in a good spot right now.
We were watching Kreider do some tip-ins, and from your perspective, from where you are, how good is he at that?
I think from my perspective, from anyone's perspective, I think he's one of the best I've seen at tipping pucks. It seems like, not only deflections, but redirects. Some goals you see, like, the power play ones when he's tight to the post and is able to chip those by the goalie. I mean, you don't see many people do that. You see guys like Crosby do it, and one of the best players in the league. So, for him around the net, that's kind of where he thrives, and I think everyone knows that. And when you see him around the net, it's kind of just however you could get it there. And but like you said, he's always working on it. It's no coincidence he's good around there. So, definitely one of the best I've seen around the net.
Adam, as far as him tipping the pucks, how much work do you have to do at shooting a puck that is tippable? You know what I mean? Or are you just shooting to try and score, and whatever happens, happens?
Yeah, I mean, you're not always shooting to try to score. Sometimes it's just getting there. I mean, you want to get it by the winger or get it by the guy who's trying to obviously block it. But, at the same time, it's not always trying to put this in the net and see something. It's just get it to the net, and deflections happens, rebounds happens. You hear it all the time. But, we have a lot of guys who are good around the net. He's obviously the best at it. But, as a D-man, I think just getting the puck through is the most important thing.
Adam, you were talking about team growth, but I wanted to ask you about a guy in your D-corps, Keandre. It seems like he's kind of taken off recently. Have you sensed that, or can you speak to the growth you've seen in his game this season?
Yeah, he's been unreal. I mean, obviously, day in and day out, getting a little more confident, and I feel like that's anyone. I mean, he's played a little over 100 games. It's you find out what works, what doesn't work. He obviously has a lot of skill, a lot of great skating ability, a long reach defensively. So there's still obviously early on for him, I'm sure, a learning curve of feeling out what he can and can't do and what works. And then from that point on, you just the confidence gets going. He rushes the puck, unreal skater, and obviously defensively is able to close guys off. So Yeah, I mean, he obviously had a weird first season with COVID and all that stuff, and now that he's able to play against other teams more often, it's he's really thriving, and it's obviously good for our team.
With those physical tools that you talk about, what do you see as the upside there?
I mean, I think the sky's the limit for him. He's 6'3", can skate like the wind, and has a lot of skill for a big man. So I think we're seeing some of that potential with some of the things he's been doing recently, and a lot of upside for sure.
He's a kid like 6'5".
See? Yeah, she's 6'3". Yeah.
I think they have listed 6'4".
6'4".
You take him an inch away.
Tall 6'4".
All right. Can you still grow?